Que pasa, amigos? Lord Azmore for the Baka Bros, and I'm doing my last video for the Malius drawing. Yeah, so I'm trying to show you guys what I've been doing. So this episode is basically the highlights of the hair, doing some of the shadows and highlights of the clothing as well. And so let's dive right into it and everything. So right there, I'm kind of just doing the kind of doing the crown area and adding the highlights, because you got to think there's a lot of like waves of hair that's going on there and everything, in different areas in which the light would bounce off of it. So yeah, you gotta just kind of like okay, yeah. So now I'm opening the cheek a little bit and the cheekbone area. See how I added like shading kind of under the face area and everything? I don't really have much highlights going on there because it's being covered. So I mean, in either side of it, it wouldn't have any light unless it was coming straight at him. Then it would have some lighting on the side and everything right there. But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of cleaning up my lines. I don't want to have any like dirty lines. I think I'll clean up the teeth here in a second. And I added the coloration for the lip area. And see how I had like that highlight on my lip and everything? Something that I really kind of try to focus on. This lower lip and everything. So let's see. Just like, feel a little tired of my right eye for some reason. I don't know if I've always had that, but like, oh man, it's like, stay awake, right eye. But I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. It's kind of bad though. I don't know. All right. Anyway. All right. Yeah. So I'm doing some more highlighting on the hair. And let's see. I'm gonna go for lunch break. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, yeah, so I'm cleaning up that. I realized that I had it on an opposite layer, so I need to clean that up around the shirt and everything, so make it the same color and just make it a little more professional looking and stuff like that. But I do that on the right side as well, just to make it look like it actually matches. Yeah, so I believe now I'm doing references for the lip, the bottom lip area. Again, this is kind of like a it's kind of like a One Piece / Kim Possible kind of style. I don't add the top lip on purpose. In a way, it's almost like a caricature with those kind of style in it and everything. It's really kind of just my own thing. I've always thought that adding top lips, for some reason, it looks kind of feminine. You know, whenever you add a top lip and you kind of color it, it looks like you have lipstick on. And I've always struggled with that. So I think that maybe if I add top lips, I need to just kind of have it a light color like this. But at the same time, I'm just kind of worried that it's going to look weird. Like, I don't know. I just need to look at more professional, people that do it and kind of see what they've been doing with the lip area, and how dark and place it and everything, how it make it not look feminine. If I'm doing a man character or a guy character or masculine character in general. Yeah, again, I'm cleaning my lines up and everything. I don't want the focus to be on the sketchiness of it. I just want it to look good. And I believe here in a minute here I'll be doing the shirt. Just kind of adding extra details to the shirt, and so I'm adding a shadow in the light. See how much more 3D that looks when you add that dark area on the bottom of the eyes, at the whites of the eyes and everything. Makes it look like it's like actually have a light source on the top of everything, and it's kind of like piercing down, and then you have that darker area and everything, make it look more round. Let's see. Get my protein on. Clean up okay, so I'm adding a little light teeth lines. I don't know if I kept these. I like them, but I don't know if I kept them. I thought it might be kind of too much focus on the mouth. There's already a lot of focus on the mouth already, so I didn't necessarily want to add a whole lot more. But yeah, I want to kind of have like me and Malius depicted as kind of like fun, just like happy characters and everything. You know, kind of just having fun playing games and all that stuff, which is what our channel is pretty much about for the most part. I just need to. So this is kind of just the drawing panel for the gaming channel, just to kind of show you guys how I'm doing the logo. And yeah, next video will be about drawing me. I'll be doing the Lord Azmore logo portrait and everything, so that should be fun. I'll definitely do two different kind of style, or two different kind of people, I should say. Similar style. Same kind of super happy, smiley face and everything like that. I've already finished it, so we'll just need to post it and edit and all that stuff. So, yeah, I am looking forward to throwing that on there. Having you guys see that. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. So I think, am I pulling from my color palette? What am I doing? Excuse me. Got off my shift, and I'm going in shift, so I need to make this video quick. Make it and upload. Alright, so yeah, okay, so I'm doing more shadows right now. I'm about to do the shirt. See, I grabbed the color from the shirt, and then I decreased the brightness to make it darker. So it's the same exact shade, but darker. That's one thing that really does help. If you don't want to add a bunch of other colors and everything to make it kind of look like shadow and stuff, if you want it to have the exact same color, you know, like this, that's easy. Just to pick the color that you already have, drop the brightness or up the brightness depending on what you want to do, shadow or a bouncing light and everything. So, but yeah, here that's what I do. I'm kind of adding a little detail, like there's a little bit of collar area that's kind of been a little wavy, and the traps are casting a small shadow. The chest area is casting a small shadow. Shoulder area is casting a little small shadow as well. Collarbone area is casting a small shadow. It's kind of everything that would catch that dark area. You know, the light's not fully there. Yeah, the highlight of the shirt. So I up the brightness on this for the highlight of the shirt, but I also bring it to the left some because I wanted it to be a pretty significant difference for the lighting. I wanted it to look pretty significant on the edge work for the lighting and stuff like that. So it's not just kind of like, see that. So on here, I experimented with adding highlights next to all the lowlights, but I ran into an issue where, so I mean, I kind of keep with some of it, but I ran into the issue. It just looks like it's popping out way too much for a shirt. Normally, I feel like this would be a cool work, you know, design and all that stuff like that. A cool way to make things pop out and stuff like the hair, doing that in the hair. But with shirts and like bigger objects, I'm starting to think not, unless there's like some kind of like metal armor or something like that. If it was armor, then you probably have that glisten next to the shadows. Excuse me. So you probably have that glisten next to the shadows and everything. Just the shirt. If you're doing it, then do kind of what I did in my opinion. You know, do kind of what I did when lower the opacity on it, so it doesn't like just stick out like a sore thumb. Especially with a normal kind of shirt. Now I did one that was recently that was like I was wearing this like jersey, and jerseys are really kind of shiny already. They're kind of that like shiny kind of sheen to the jersey and everything. You know, that's just the way they naturally are. So doing something like that would be a lot more appropriate to having back-to-back sharpness and darkness, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, if you're doing something like that, then that's chill, you know. Here I have an issue with Photoshop where it doesn't want to flip just the horn. So I was thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna flip the horn, and it's not flipping the horn, it's flipping the whole image, and that pissed me off a little bit. So what I had to end up doing, before I even realized I didn't really want to use it, was pretty much going to Flash. Export just a horn, or oh no wait, I'm making a whole nother document. Then I flip it. That's right. It's gonna do Flash. Yeah. Then I flip it, and then I re-import it back into the scene, which is so stupid. I was kind kind of mad about it. It's like, seriously, you're gonna make me make a whole other file for the same horn and not have just a simple, you know, like software thing where it's like, oh yeah, you could just transfer your file and flip the horn in the same friggin' image. Like, what the heck? I couldn't even like copy and paste it like and reinvert it like that. It was just it flipped the whole portrait. So anyway, I figured it out here, but at the same time, again, I didn't really want to use the horns. Like it kind of just threw everything off. I feel like I don't know if it's because they're brown and I don't know, like it just doesn't fit all these bright colors, and then you see this brown background attached to his head. It just looks like something from like Einstein. Oh my gosh, this is like something from like The Walking Dead, maybe. Like, you know, like her, you know, he is alive. I don't know, like it just doesn't fit, and the line work doesn't really fit either. You know, it's just overall it just doesn't really work with this piece very well. If he had like black horns or silver gray horns, then it might, you know, whatever. I don't know if I said this before, but it might. So on here, you might saw I lowered the opacity of the shirt, making the whole shirt a little whiter or lighter. That way it kind of sticks out. The shadows stick out more. And I think that I like that a lot better than just adding the highlights next to the shadows and having that pop out, because this is a little kind of like less conspicuous and everything. I think it looks better. Here I'm adding more nostril smoke, which I still don't know if I'm going to add in the last piece or not. Just throwing it on the website. I might not, at least in the first draft. I don't know. Malius said that he didn't really want like smoking, smoking anything, but smoking the pen to be part of his personality type on the channel. So he just kind of does it when he wants to, and didn't really want it to be attached to him. You know, like, I don't know. The horns, he liked the horn idea, but yeah, again, it just doesn't look right. But yeah, he just didn't want smoking to be part of his personality type on here and everything. And here, I'm kind of making the character pop out more, which is super important for thumbnails, by the way. And that's not really practical for much else. But for thumbnails and things that you just want your character to pop out, that's fun. I ran into the problem right here, where the checkers are the opacity of the shirt. You know, you can see past it, everything's all checkers and stuff. So I had to just add white wherever the character was. I just needed to add white. I probably should just gotten rid of the character right there and just like made sure I could just white out everything in the black lines that I bordered the character in. But it's fine. Basically, anything that was opaque, you know, I just kind of fixed the opacity on it and everything. I just fixed my lines right here to make them a little sharper. So they're not so soft and stuff. Then I think I add like, excuse me again. Oh, I'm just yawning too much. Okay, and then I think added like a highlight on the inside of it too, just to kind of add a more defined, even pop out. So it just pops out double as much and everything. Makes it like extra 3D target pop out stuff. Yeah, it's kind of fun to do as well. Now, later on, I actually realized that I could just I measured all the layers, and then I added a I merged all the layers, and then I just kind of like added an outline to those layers and everything, a stroke or whatever they call it. So I had like stroke to all the merged layers, because if you don't merge all the layers, then they'll have all the individual layers will have you outlined and all that jazz and stuff. Yeah, if you merge all the layers together, make it one piece, then it works. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's been the end of the Malius drawing session and everything. Next time, like I said, I'll just do the Azmore drawing session videos and stuff. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there. Love you. This has been Azmore, the Black Rose. Peace.